Good evening. Welcome to the Board of Selectmen's meeting for Monday, June 5th. We are meeting at 6:30 PM in the Selectmen's chambers. As is our practice, as of the last few meetings, I'd like to begin with a piece of inspiration. And this evening, last week, 1 week ago, we observed Memorial Day, which just happened to coincide with the 100th anniversary of President Kennedy's birth. And so for this evening, I thought it would be appropriate to read a short quote of his from his speech to the joint session of the Irish Parliament in Dublin 24 years ago this month. And he wrote, "The supreme reality of our time is the vulnerability of our planet," which seems to carry great wisdom for today. Before we go into our agenda also, I would like to note with sadness the passing of two Arlingtonians who were quite dear to many of us. We lost a fellow Precinct 21 town meeting member, Walter Phillips, passed over the last week or two. Also, a few years ago, we marked with sadness the passing of Dick Smith, a longtime activist and town meeting member here, who left his wife, his daughter Rosalind, and the rest of his family. And unfortunately, Rosalind has passed away a couple of days ago. So we certainly send our condolences to Anne and to the rest of the Smith family, as well as to Mr. Phillips' family. And if I could ask for a brief moment of silence. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
ACMI, I think I can still hear the open mic from downstairs. If you could just turn that down a little. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. You beat me to the punch.
My apologies for being late.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Mahan. And I should note also, Mr. Byrne is unable to join us this evening due to a professional conflict. The first item on our agenda this evening is a presentation by the Avon Lewis and the 5th grade Girl Scouts. If you want to come on up.
Love the green.
Hello.
Hello.
You can come up to the mic if you can. All of the viewers at home are anxiously waiting to hear everything you have to say.
God bless you.
We know that you have a presentation on traffic, which is near and dear to our hearts.
Hello, my name is Eleanor, and I'm going to talk about the overall topic of traffic safety. Have you seen any cars run stoplight speed or any other incidents on big intersections? Well, we observed 3 intersections, and there were overall about 10,000 cars from 5:30 to 7:30 on all the nights we observed combined. About 15% of those cars broke the law. The 3 intersections we observed were Park Ave and Summer Street and Brattle, and the 6-way intersection in Downing Square. There were a lot of cars we observed on each street. There were about 4,000 on Summer Street, 600 on Brattle Street, 3,000 on Park Ave, and about 1,500 on all the other streets we observed in the nights that we observed.
Excuse me one moment. ACMI, your mic seems to be open still.
What?
Sorry, what's happening is
We
there's
have
a
a
speaker
speaker
underneath, and it's playing really loudly, and we couldn't hear you. But
Yeah,
now,
we want to hear everything you have to
I
say.
apologize.
It's
for
okay. You go.
Of the cars that broke the law, of the 15% of those cars that broke the law, they probably either ran the light or didn't stop on the stop line. A couple recommendations that we have are speed bumps, but not too many because there might be even more incidents, policeman enforcement, so it's more likely for people to not break the law, and to move crosswalks further away so people don't stop in the middle of the crosswalks, and repaint the crosswalks and stop lines so people see them more clearly and can stop in the right place. Now, here's Suniti talking about the 6-way intersection in Downing Square.
Hi, my name is Suniti, and I worked on the 6-way intersection, also known as Downing Square. As we collected our data, we found that an average of about 11 cars go through the 6-way every minute. and that in 5 minutes, 45% of those cars run the stop line. Because the cars cross the stop line, it's technically on top of the crosswalk, making it dangerous for pedestrians to cross the street. Some ideas we had to prevent the danger is to move the crosswalk further away from the stop line so that it's safer to cross the street, and to add speed bumps to slow down the car's impact in case of an accident.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Angie, and I did the intersection Summer and Brattle. On average, 248 cars run this intersection in 15 minutes. 6 pedestrians and 2 cyclists in 15 minutes. 8 cars drive over the stop lines in 15 minutes, and 5 cars drive at unsafe speeds in 15 minutes. The 2 biggest problems were cars are not stopping before the stop lines and at the stoplights, and cars are driving at unsafe speeds. Some ideas we had to help these problems were police enforcement and stop lines need to be repainted.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Margaret, and I'm doing the intersection Summer and Park. Summer and Park had the second most cars of the 3 intersections we looked at. The average number of cars on Summer is 134 in 15 minutes, about 9 per minute. The average number of cars on Park is 114 in 15 minutes, about 7 per minute. We observed 3 people per 15 minutes and 1 cyclist. I think there should be more people and more cyclists because 3 and 1 are not very large numbers. The average number of cars on unsafe speeds in 15 minutes is 10. What I thought was interesting was unsafe speeds are more common when traffic was less heavy. Our suggestions is traffic cameras, add blinking signs so people can tell how fast they are going. Stop signs should be repainted in bright colors. You should add a school zone sign on Summer and police enforcement so that police know when people are breaking the law.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ruby, and my group observed 3 different intersections: Summer and Brattle, Summer and Park Avenue Extension, and the 6-way intersection at Downing Square. We counted cars and observed if any cars were speeding, running red lights, blocking intersections, or not stopping on the stop lines. In all, we counted about 9,530 cars over the 9 hours we observed them. About 1,160 cars didn't stop on the stop line. This is our biggest concern. Things we recommend to help ensure pedestrian safety and prevent any laws being broken are adding speed bumps to these intersections. To help pedestrians stay safe, you could move the stop lines further away from the crosswalks. Having police officers in major intersections like these is also a good idea. Lastly, to make things more clear for drivers, you should repaint the stop lines so they are brighter and easier to see. Those are our ideas. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your presentation. I know several of us actually live directly in the neighborhoods that you're reporting on, so it rings very true what you have to say. Ms. Mahan.
I'd like to make a 2-part motion. First, to move to receive the information and data gathered by the Girl Scout troop that you presented us here tonight. And so my first part of my motion would be to move to receive, and the second part of my motion would be to ask the chairman and the town manager to follow up on the recommendations that have come out of the study that you all have conducted. I will say, in terms of speed bumps, those are like really, different neighborhoods have asked for that and really haven't been successful. But on everything else, in terms of police enforcement, in terms of perhaps looking at where the stop lines are and moving them back, but especially and more importantly, which I would ask the chairman and the town manager, is that when Downing Square is repainted, which is one of the suggestions you had in terms of the stop lines and others, if we could repaint it with thermoplastic paint, which is a little more raised, and you can see it more, it's more fluorescent at night, and you can see it further away. So my motion would be, first, move to receive your report, and second, to refer it to the chairman and the town manager to follow up on all of your suggestions, including the speed bump, because I'm gonna tell you, that's the one that's sort of, hasn't had success in the past, but you never know, there's always a first time. So that would be my motion.
So the motion by Mr. Mahan, do we have a second? Mr. Dunn.
Thank you. That was very interesting, and I'll tell you, the thing that I like the most about what you did is that you studied it and you really took the time to look at it, because I think so often people have, might have an opinion or an idea, but they don't take the time to follow up, but you have really done the homework to understand what's going on in those intersections, and I think that really means a lot for the things that you found out. For the ones who worked on Downing Square, I don't know if you're interested, but if you want to keep following up on it, a couple of years ago, the Transportation Advisory Committee, I guess probably 5 years ago now, they did a study and they did a report on it and they tested a few things, and I don't know if you've seen that report, but it might, your work combined with their work might be interesting. Thank you.
Mr. Greeley?
Yes, so I want to thank you for the kind of effort you all put into this. That's not an easy thing to do, especially to spend combined 9 hours. And you certainly deserve to earn the Bronze Award or a gold medal or something. But thank you very much for bringing this to our attention and for caring as much as you do to come here and bring this to our attention. Thank you.
Thank you. And I would just echo what my colleagues said. I mean, Mr. Dunn referenced the Transportation Advisory Committee. They're a group of volunteers. Many of them are traffic engineers by day. And the type of thing they do for us is pretty much what you've done. They go out and they stand and they count the traffic and they observe what the movements are and try to document it. So if any of you really like this, we always will be looking for volunteers in the future for TAC
They're
members.
actually presenting at that in,
Excellent.
To the TAC? Fantastic. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Well, excellent. Well, we have a motion on the floor by Ms. Mahan, seconded by Mr. Dunn. Do we have any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you very much. We've received your report, and we will discuss it and see, what more we might be able to do in terms of taking concrete actions on it, and I'm sure the TAC will be very helpful to you as well. Thank you so much. Excellent. Now, the next item on the agenda is the presentation of the grant award, Wheelabrator Grant to FoodLink. And we have John Faris from Wheelabrator and Deanne.
Hi, thank you. My name is John Faris, and I'm the market manager with Wheelabrator. One of my jobs is to get out and meet the customers, and another one is to give money back to the communities that we service, to tell you how much we appreciate your business. So working with the town manager's office, they had come up with FoodLink in town. So I'm here to, I got a check for $3,000 for FoodLink, and I'd like to present it to the town.
We actually have Deanne DuPont and Julie Kramer from FoodLink, two of the founders, here. Susan Carper can take the picture.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much as well. We want to say also thank you to the town manager's office and all of those who recommended us for this award as well, and the donation. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much for your generosity to the town. I can assure you that you're supporting an excellent cause. FoodLink has really done a lot of good for a lot of organizations and people in town.
Well, again, thank you very much for your business.
Thank you so much.
And John, please come back soon.
Especially with checks, right?
Excellent. Next on the agenda, we have approval of the annual 5K race for the Council on Aging. We have Susan Karp, the Executive Director of the Council on Aging, speaking on behalf of them, and the Health and Human Services Charitable Corporation.
Thank you. So as Joe said, the Arlington Council on Aging, through the Health and Human Services Charitable Corporation, is seeking your approval and support for being the host of the 5K race. This particular race has been going on for 7 years. It's been a tremendous community event. We're wanting to take it forward in even a greater height. So that's slated for Sunday, September 10th, between the hours of 9 a.m. and noon. If I were running it, we'd have to extend it till 1. But anyway, so we're seeking the approval. We'll also, it's going to be the same route that we've done in the previous years. So we'll also be needing to seek the same road closure and the same police detail. We're really looking forward to it. We're wanting to tag it along with our age-friendly initiative that the COA board will be bringing forward closer to the fall.
Excellent.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Mahan, seconded by Mr. Greeley. Do we have any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor? Aye. All opposed? Thank you very much.
Great, thanks. Get your sneakers.
I don't know that I'll be running it, but I'm sure maybe Mr. Chapdelaine or
I
Mr.
nominate
Byrne, I
Mr.
know often
Byrne.
does, but he kind of ducked out
I'll
tonight.
nominate him.
Well, I do thank you.
Thank you. Moving right along, we have the consent agenda. We have minutes of the meeting, May 15th, 2017. Wait a second, let me pull this. Can I see the PDF? Sorry. Thank you. Minutes of the meeting, May 15th, 2017. Reappointments, terms to expire, 6/30/2020. Board of Human Resources, Cynthia Gallagher, Julie McKenzie. Board of Library Trustees, Catherine Fennelly. Cemetery Commission, Brian Hasbrook. Commission on Disabilities, Lisa Molina. Community Preservation Committee, Andrew Bankston, Eric Helmuth. Conservation Commission Associate Member, Catherine Garnett. Conservation Commission, Susan Chapnick. Constable, Tina M. Helton. Council on Aging, Noreen Murphy. Paul Rea, James Munsey. Redevelopment Board, Andrew West. Vision 2020 Standing Committee, Annie LaCourte. For approval, Hackney Taxi Business Operators Permit Renewals. Boston Airport Express, Shafan Nath. Request contractor drain layer license, Strongback Systems, Nutting Lake, Massachusetts. Request for private one-day beer and wine license, 6/10/17 at Whittemore Robbins House for a private event, Courtney Chrysanthopoulos. Request special one-day all alcohol license, 6/11 at Whittemore Robbins House for a private event, Talasi Srinivas. Request special one-day beer and wine license, 6/17/2017 at Whittemore Robbins House for private event, Elise Ratchford, Robert Mulhausen. Appointment of new election workers, 1, Cheryl Emerson, 205 Spring Street, unenrolled, precinct 8. I have to request that this be taken as 2 motions, as I was not present for the May 15th meeting.
Move approval on everything but the minutes.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Greeley, second by Ms. Mahan. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Move approval of the minutes of May 15, 2017.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Mahan, second by Mr. Dunn. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Abstention? I abstain. Thank you very much. We now move on to appointments. Arlington Historic District Commissions, Realtor Nellie Aikenhead. Term to expire 6/30/2020. Is Nellie here? Oh, hi, Nellie. If you want to come up to the microphone. If you could just introduce yourself and just tell us why you're interested in serving on the Historic District
I'm
Commissions.
Nellie Aikenhead. I live at 54 Brantwood Road in Arlington. I'm a fan of older homes. I'm also a real estate agent in town. I was asked to join the commission. I thought it'd be an interesting experience. So,
Excellent. Mr. Greeley?
Nice to see you again, Nellie. Thank you for your willingness to serve. Move approval.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Greeley, seconded by Mr. Dunn. Any further comments or questions? All those in favor? Aye. All opposed? Thank you very much for your willingness.
and thank you so much.
Thank you so
you.
much. Take care. We now move on to the next item on our agenda, which is a request for common victualler and all licenses transfer. Jimmy Steerhouse, 1111 Massachusetts Avenue, Antonios P. Karpatsis.
I moved to table. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. After they sat through all of that.
Move to the table. Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. My name is Joe Brodigan. I'm an attorney with Brodigan & Gardner at 40 Broad Street in Boston. I represent Jimmy Steerhouse, Old Arlington Restaurant, and have for many, many years. As most of you, I'm sure, know, Jimmy's is a fixture in Arlington and has been for, I was just informed, 45 years here. What this is in effect, the approval of the sale of the stock through several steps from the Miminos brothers, the founders of the restaurant, to Antonios Karapatsis, who is here today. Mr. Karapatsis this is part of a sale of stock of 6 separate restaurants, 6 separate Massachusetts corporations, and a commissary in Burlington, Massachusetts. Mr. Karapatsos has worked for the American Food Group for over 35 years. He is in effect now, and has been for some time, the operational manager of all of the restaurants. So the stock, he's purchasing the stock from the Miminos brothers through a series of transactions. The Miminos brothers, in turn, are desirous of the approval of a pledge of the stock of each individual restaurant, which would secure the purchase price. And we are also seeking approval of a security agreement of all of the assets of the restaurants, including the liquor licenses in each of them. Every town, we're asking for the same thing in every town. We've already procured, I believe, 2 towns' approval. We're right in the middle of the approval process now, and we ask for your approval. Nothing's going to change at Jimmy's, nothing, not even the menu. Mr. Karapatsis has, in effect, been running it for years. That is going to continue. Everything is going to remain the same. So it's still going to be the same great restaurant at the same great prices. You won't even see a modicum of change.
Excellent. Ms. Mahan?
First, I'd like to move approval.
Second?
Moved by Ms. Mahan, second by Mr. Grilli.
I am very heartened by the fact that someone who has been involved with Jimmy's Steerhouse is continuing on with that. I know in terms of our seniors and the meals that you offer, especially around lunchtime, for them, including my own parents, it's very appreciative. The other thing that I see on here that I'm a little excited about, that may be a change, and I just want to follow up on it, because I can't tell you how many times I've left a cheerleading competition with my cheerleaders, and it's been after 9:45, and Jimmy's, the kitchen is usually closed by then. So I just want to verify that on your application, you have Monday through Sunday that you'll be open till midnight. Is that your intention, or?
Always, yeah.
Oh.
We don't intend on changing the hours at all.
Okay, so what I'd say to Mr. Karapatsis is, maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I know, we come from cheerleading competitions on the weekends, and usually if we don't call by 9:30, we've been told, I'm just gonna say and I'm coming in with like 27 cheerleaders and 12 parents and 4 coaches, and that's okay. So, as you move forward, I'm not saying you should be, usually my family's with the Chateau, the Noceras and all that. So if you're open till midnight, usually the kitchen's open till 11:15. Do you want to come to the microphone? I'm sorry. And I don't mean to put you on the spot. When I saw that, I'm just trying to book some events a little bit later.
We actually, on Friday and Saturday, we close at 10:30 at night,
Okay.
and the kitchen stays open right up to the last minute.
So you don't plan on being open to midnight?
No.
Okay, I only say that because in your application,
Right.
and if your esteemed council can just coordinate with Mrs. Kropelka, as of right now, the application you have before us, you're open till midnight, 7 days a week.
Again.
So, and I would love it if you were open that late, but if
we
you
will
can take a
sometime someday,
housekeeping
but
matter
right
to.
now, we plan to leave everything the way it is.
Okay, so I'll let your council, take care of that housekeeping matter. And I love Jimmy's, and you're great to my cheerleaders, I'm not. And everyone else.
Mr. Grilli?
Yes, on behalf of the board, last Friday, I did field research at grass fields. And this evening, my wife and son and I ate at Jimmy's. And based on my research, I wholeheartedly endorse this.
Excellent. I think, Mr. Dunn, I don't think I can top that. So, on a motion by Ms. Mahan, second by Mr. Grilli, all those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? It is unanimous. Thank you very much.
Well done.
And
Your table is ready, Mr. Greeley. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Good luck with your other communities. Did you notice how well-run Arlington was? I mean, now that you've been through 3 of those.
Very smooth.
Yeah, excellent.
Thank you, have a good evening.
I have to ask that before the vote, Mr. Grilli. Okay, moving on to the next item on the agenda, the Verizon Cable franchise license amendment.
Move approval?
Moved by Ms. Mahan. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Dunn. Anyone have any questions, comments? Mr. Dunn?
Yeah, I was just curious, what, is this because we couldn't get the other deal done in time? Or-
Yeah, that is exactly what this is, Mr. Dunn. It's actually been not overly contentious, but a little bit of a drawn-out negotiation process. The license has expired. This keeps us covered with a license, but we'll probably be back long before this extension expires.
Thank you.
Any further questions or comments? Moved by Ms. Mahan, second by Mr. Dunn. All those in favor? Aye. All opposed? It is unanimous. Next, traffic rules and orders approval, letter of support for bus rapid transit grant.
Move approval?
Moved by Ms. Mahan.
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Dunn. Any questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, it is unanimous. And now we move on to discussion of future selectmen's meetings.
What's our current, so we've got one
We've
for,
got one for the 19th. I don't believe we have any scheduled beyond.
So we have to start
We need to schedule our,
July, summer,
and we have to.
and the Saturday, that's right.
oh, right. So I can say that the weekend of 8th, 9th, 10th of July is bad. Let's start with the bad
Okay.
news.
And I will be
The
away.
weekend before that is bad, too. so-
Yes, because of the 4th.
I'm away the week of the 16th.
Okay.
When do you come back, Diane?
I will be back the afternoon of Wednesday, the 19th.
Oh,
So I could
so we-
possibly do a Wednesday night, or,
Well, we could do the week of the July 22nd, we could do. No.
Let me, hold on.
and it shouldn't be guided by me,
I'll
but
be
the other
in
four.
California. July 22nd, July 24th it would be, right? I'll be away that day, but you don't need me.
July 24th.
What's our last meeting in June? June 19th?
June 19th.
Oh,
I
well,
could do July 24th, but if,
and I could do July 3rd, but it's the day before July 4th, so I'm assuming people don't want to do that. Do we want to do a Wednesday meeting in July?
You could also do, I mean, again, you could do it on the 10th and I'd miss, like, you know, life would
It
go
looks
on.
like we're all going to miss a Monday, so if we want to keep it to a Monday, or if we want to maybe switch to a Wednesday, I don't know.
Oh, you're on the last.
My only Monday that I miss is the 17th, but I don't necessarily, you know what I
I
mean?
would miss that, too. yeah.
Why don't you do the 24th? You know, I'm in California, but,
If you're okay with that, we'll do it.
Okay, 24.
So July 24th,
And then the Saturday meeting,
Thank you.
okay, so Oh, thanks, Elaine.
But you have to wear it all the time.
Thanks, Elaine.
thanks, Elaine.
Thank you.
So July 24th, will be 7:15.
And then the Saturday meeting in July that you want, I think you had Marie
I think
call
we
us.
polled, yeah.
It's the 24th of June that was agreeable to some. The 8th of July was agreeable, but not on the, not the week of the 15th, because Diane was going to be away.
Yeah.
But I don't have to, if everyone else can make it that day, do it.
On this, I would prefer that everybody be there, so even if
I'm not
we end up.
going if you're not gonna.
If we have to go, even if we have to go later, I'll go later.
Right.
If it's,
So unfortunately, June 24th is no longer an option for me.
June 24th is no longer an
July
option.
8th is not an
Want
option.
to do it in August?
July 8th is,
Not an option.
Not for me, unfortunately, I apologize.
17, June 17,
No, July, we're in July,
or in July,
for
okay.
the Saturday
Oh, I-
meeting.
We're, yeah,
yeah,
15? July 15th?
I could do that. I don't know if you can, though.
No, that's,
You can't
I'm
do that.
leaving.
That's-
Oh, that's when you can't.
I'm
20.
just going 15 to 19 to Laconia. But, 22 or 29, or we go into August?
If I had to, I could, well, actually, let me see. Yeah, I could do 22.
I can do.
I can do 22.
So Wednesday, July 22nd, and we'll just
Do
double
July
check with Mr.
22nd,
Byrne?
and check with Mr. Byrne.
And are we saying 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
That's not too early for everyone?
Actually, That's okay.
I'm up at 3,
That would be great.
3:30, so 8 o'clock, but is 8 o'clock too early for people? Do you want to say 8:30?
No, that's okay, that's okay.
8 AM, July 22nd.
Gulp,
Extra
But I'll do
coffee.
it,
gulp.
do it.
I'll do it.
As a backup, in case Mr. Byrne can't do it, how was the 29th for folks?
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
RFP for coffee. Loading.
Loading,
is loading.
loading.
I would definitely not, I would prefer not, but I
Okay.
can.
So if
Okay.
we can't do it on the 19th,
So, yeah, no, actually,
No.
yeah, I could do the 29th.
I would prefer the 29th if folks are okay with that.
okay.
We okay with that?
Wait,
July 29th for the retreat, if folks are okay with
oh,
that.
we changed it from the 22nd?
Yeah, if that is an option. Okay, okay.
Okay, now the August meeting, what's our July meeting we just set for Monday night?
24th.
24, so maybe later in the month of August, not the
We
first.
weren't even checking with you, the July 20,
Yes, yeah.
that is okay. Yeah.
I'm fine any Monday in August, but what say you all? And I don't know,
Well, we gotta, Stephen gets married on August 19th.
I suggest we meet on the 21st, no. No, again,
So I would, well, if
28?
The 7th,
the
too
12th,
early?
I mean, oh, yeah.
7 or 20, well, 7 would be too quick, because we're meeting near the end of July.
14th, I'm away.
How about 28?
I'm gone for that, but that's okay as well.
You gotta figure he's gone for that, too. Don't you think? They're at least away for a week after the wedding?
Okay, so what do you
2
think?
weeks they're going to Italy.
I think
14?
14, yeah.
How's 14 look?
No?
14, no,
No?
no. But if,
What happened with the 7th? Too close to the July meeting?
I
Was that
mean,
the
I'd be
problem?
fine with the 7th. It is close to July, but.
Well, why don't we do the 7th? And then if for some reason we need to have another meeting for a common vic or whatever.
Someone, yeah.
Does that sound okay,
Then
Mr.
Stephen-
Chairman, or-
Stephen can pull it, or.
Yeah.
And just why wasn't August 21st the right pick?
It's right after his wedding on the
Oh.
19th.
He's married on the 19th.
Got it, yeah.
I think I'm away at that point.
Okay.
so,
Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we have the 7th. The 7th, we have the 24th of July, and then we have the 29th of July for the retreat. Okay, very good.
Should we do September or no? That's enough. Marie, is that enough, or should we do a September?
Should do one for September.
Yeah.
just
One for
because of-
September.
of
And town
licenses.
day is,
Yeah, so we certainly don't want to do it on, we're not doing it on, we aren't doing it on the 18th.
Wait, what date did we just do for August? Sorry.
We did very early on August 7th.
August
7th, August 7th.
Okay, thank you.
The September 11th is the
So
next.
we can't, we could do September, you know,
11th?
Actually, we could do September the 11th.
Is that okay, Mr.
Yep,
Okay.
that is fine.
All right.
September 11th.
That one's pretty dictated by the calendar.
Yep. No,
So- Well,
The week before is Labor Day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is 18 too late?
Well, because we're meeting so early in August, we really should have one sooner rather than later in September.
August 11th, so.
And Kevin, we can't do a selectmen's meeting and do town day between Friday and Saturday, we'd never get it that
So
week.
we couldn't do it to the 25th, which would be too late, so.
The 25th, we could do it.
Yeah, but then that means
All right, put it on the 11th.
11th. Our last meeting is 5.5
The
weeks.
only other thing we could do is do one in late August without Steve,
Yeah.
and then do one in late September. But
So do you want to set the 11th, but then as we
Set
get...
the 11th
When
as
we
we get
start
closer.
in August, you can,
If we have to poll
Poll,
folks or bring it
okay.
up
all right,
at our August meeting, we'll do that.
awesome.
Okay, very good. Now we go on to new business. Ms.
Nothing.
Kapelka.
Nothing.
Mr. Heim?
One small matter, we have a status conference before the Housing Appeals Committee tomorrow morning, so we may have some update in terms of our timeline for an expected decision on the 1.5% calculation at that point in time. Thank you.
When is that?
Tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock.
Okay, excellent, thank you. Keep us informed, I know you will. Mr. Chaplin?
Very quickly, big thank you to Arlington Center for the Arts for an incredible day of Porch Fest on Saturday. Congratulations to them.
Was your porch one of them? where there
Wasn't,
a
I was
band?
in the neighborhood, but not my porch.
Excellent. Thank you. Mr. Greeley?
Just that tomorrow evening is the Rotary Banquet where our police chief will be awarded the Community Person of the Year, and our town manager will be one of the recipients of a Paul Harris Fellowship.
Congratulations.
That's it.
Thank you. Congratulations. Ms. Mahan?
No new business.
No new business, Mr. Dunn?
I think I see on your desk that you've got what I was going to talk about, so why don't you go ahead and do that?
Okay, great, thank you. Just wanted to thank the Veterans Agent, Veterans Council, and all of the town staff for an excellent observance last Memorial Day. A lot of talk during the remarks at Memorial Day about how Arlington is named after Arlington National Cemetery, and Mr. Duffy contacted us to let us know that June 17th is actually the 150th anniversary of the naming of Arlington, after Arlington National Cemetery. And in observance of that, the Smith Museum will be having an open house Saturday, June 17th, from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock p.m. And everyone is invited to come by. They will have a screening of a 15-minute slide loop on Arlington in 1867, and if Mr. Duffy had anything to do with it, which I'm sure he did, I'm sure it'll be excellent. So encourage everybody to come by and help with that observance.
Yeah. On that, so the actual day was May 1st, which when we were actually in town meeting, and they talk about like the bells tolled at midnight, and again, that was like, everyone showed up, the town showed up at work. And June 17th is when they did the public.
They did the public observance, that is
exactly,
correct.
of it, yeah.
Thank you.
And so, well, I like it because it gives us like multiple opportunities to celebrate the 150th of the name, so.
Absolutely.
yeah.
I asked him for an inspirational quote to use at the beginning of the meeting. He said the Victorian prose was over the top. He said that there was some poem that was recited at that time that talked about the ice at Spy Pond going down south to be used in alcoholic drinks, which was ironic for a teetotaling New England town, so.
And for those who don't know where the Smith Museum is, it's attached.
It's the Jason Russell House at the corner of Massachusetts Avenue and Jason Street.
So that's where, a lot of people are like,
Yes.
where's this Smith Museum?
Yes,
But then
thank
when
you.
you say,
Thank you very much. It
Thank
is the Arlington Historical Society, and everybody is encouraged to attend. So that's all my new business.
move to adjourn?
Move to adjourn. Motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you.